So go ahead and let's show me your first positions. Camera, let's use this as a bit of a practice section and just to optimize yourself. I know we're kind of shooting this on the fly in a way that we never would in the real world. But, okay, good. I'm going to let camera 2 make, or is it 1? Yeah, 1. Oh, sorry, over here. Just make adjustments.
Yeah.
Great.
Also,
yeah.
Sorry, the moment where she was like talking to him.
Yeah, we're going to step through the whole deal. All right, so this is your first position. Good. Step through to the next major shift for camera here. Boom. All right, so Jonah's cam is looking like it's got a good look there, and then camera 2 now is nice and clear. Great. What's the next big thing that happens? It's when you sit back down. Okay, cool. Let's see that. Boom. And remember what you can do a little bit is just slow it down by just 10%. Just help camera track with you going down. Okay, good. Okay. And then, Sharon, you actually go.
Should I, so I start down here when they're both down, and then I go up when they stand. Should I follow him back down when he sits, or should I stay up here?
I think you should hold them both first, because it's the only kind of master we have with them both.
What I mean is, so I have to adjust for Jonah because he's taller than her.
Oh, then you gotta check. Yeah,
But then
always
he
try to hold them both.
sits down.
Yeah,
go
you
down
can,
here.
exactly. You can shift it
Alright,
and have less negative space. But
Alright,
that's good.
yeah.
Cool, and then when you lean over and you're talking, let's just take a look at that real quick. And then there, Sharon. So there, you're stacking him on his shot. So one thing that you, yeah, exactly. So one thing that you can do is kind of come over his shoulder just a little bit. Yeah, speak, yep. And see now you're both clear. So that looks real nice. You want to take a look at that?
That's
See what happened there?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, you didn't stack them.
That's
Nice. And is there any other major move there, guys?
All him hopping in the
And
chair,
then
but that's
back
it.
up to that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
I just.
Cool. Then anything you want to say to your actors? Any pit stop you want to have with them before we go on a second pass?
No, I think I just want to adjust the cameras.
Yeah. And did you get what you needed?
Yeah.
All right. Shall we go again?
Yes,
Indeed.
sir.
Good. Let's just do me a favor. Have a little bit more fun.
I'm gonna try.
Just a little bit more. All
Very
right.
serious scene. Okay. Good? Okay. Sound?
Speeding.
Camera A,
Camera speeding.
B,
B speeding.
camera C.
See, speeding.
I guess I'm supposed to do this, right?
Just
There.
Come down,
Mark.
sit
Oh,
down, come down.
sorry.
Your screen right here.
There it is.
You got it.
Jeez.
That way it is.
Right there.
Steadily. And action.
What the? What kind of poorly put together half chicken are you?
I am no chicken. And that's rich coming from a tramp.
I ain't no tramp. And why am I explaining anything to you? You're on my land, creeping up in my tree, looking like a pervy duck.
Oh, fine. Does vagrant or vagabond offend you?
The hell I am.
Okay. Zip-a-the-lip-bip bop. Dean Randolph, you are the recipient of my services. I have been sent from above for your protection and to assist you in finding your father's murderer. Now, there are some rules and stipulations. You getting this? Okay, stipulation number 1. Yeah, you cannot be more than 200 feet away from me. That's right. Heaven uses the imperial system. Not now. Second thing is, I am indestructible, and I have various abilities, but I already don't like you, so I may turn a blind eye here and there. And lastly, I can only give advice and tell you the wise thing to do. I cannot choose for you, no matter how foolish you are. Good. Good. You're free to talk.
What do you even mean? What do you mean by catch my paws, kill it?
I saw the whole debacle in a holy mirror.
You mean cracked? A cracked mirror?
No, what? Hello, holy. A mirror set apart for divine purposes? Okay, well, it showed me your father and uncle in a mine.
Sounds like horseshit. Untie me and I'll introduce you to my pa. Then you can depart from me like I never knew you.
All right. Let's give it up for Clayton and our actors. Good job. I'll pass them over. We'll chat with you while we set up for the next scene. Good job. Actors, come on over. Blake, come on over. Let's chat. Intentional viewers, trailer, how was that for you? Trailers are screenwriters, let's give it up for trailers. Trailer, how was that for you, man? Trailer has a very unique piece, and so I'm sure seeing some of this comes alive. What was it like for you?
It was very cool. I wanted them to kind of just interpret it however, so I liked what they did with it.
Yeah.
A lot.
Anything unexpected or surprising to you?
Sharon's performance.
Yeah, yeah. Because Rolando was actually written as yeah.
She interpreted it very well.
Awesome, awesome. Blaine, how was it for you working on this particular type of scene? A little different?
There you go.
It was a lot of fun. And Jonah and Sharon are excellent actors, so
We're doing this.
Awesome. Actors, how was this for your observations?
Good. I know it's very descriptive.
No, it was awesome.
Film terrifies me, so this is a good experience.
Well, I think this is great. You're a wonderful actress all around, and I think you're clearly a comedic actress.
Did you do this? Did you do this
I think
last
it's a
week with
great
me?
stuff
What
for
did
you
the stills?
because it allows you to actually bring a lot of
I
that
have
size
the
and
still.
color because I think it
That's
works
from
for
media
this.
player.
It's an interesting
And that's
thing,
just
you
video
know,
between
we
shots of
started by
Video
talking
City.
about,
It's
you know,
where
Gino
broadcasting a bunch of
and
things.
Scorsese and you know, very subtle fare. But when you're in comedic territory, there's a lot of permission for size, yeah?
Black.
And how was it for you?
Hit never shot the way to
Lots of cool
Right now,
Green
still,
screens and
special effects.
that's all just hit me.
So just collabing together.
The only thing that's different, you have to be aware of, is just like the other day when we did it for the thing, it's the live cuts. You hit it on the switch immediately. The thing here is there's a cut so you're aware that we hit auto, you do something, it's going to right now it's mix, so we'll see it makes it all faded in. But here's the thing, I'm still on auto, no matter what I do, we don't always win. So
Yeah.
just making sure that we
Yeah,
right,
And so they were trying to figure out, these young actors, how do I need to do this next thing? I just think everybody said,
Yeah,
you know,
nice.
find a
Okay.
solution
Cool.
where you keep the reality of the scene alive, figure out how to play it in a way that works for the room. And I think trailers, you know, testament to trailer and to the actors, that you don't always need special effects, or even to be running and gunning or falling down a hill, because at the end of the day, it's people talking to one another, and I think they did a great job. Any observations for trailer, the actors, or anybody here who are from the audience? Anything you guys want to share? Yeah, Patrick.
I love that even when it was stripped away, basically it was this dialogue, it was still consistent. So I think it's a testament to how something really
You got people laughing, and that's not an easy thing to do.
I have told myself I'm busting out laughing. And Jonah, I just want to say your voice work is very good.
whenever you're ready to go.
Like you really gave me that Western feel. And, yeah, so you can really get into that because I think you're really
here and then
yeah, I love it. It is really broad into it. So I would flip it different.
And I appreciate you guys going all out. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll come in standing.
but I could see you riding that
Yeah.
with how long ago in your head you were prepared for whatever you're going to throw. And there was a commitment to the struggle, because most of that scene you're not talking, but you were acting on it.
I just have to end the stream to do it. How could you want to just do
Good
it?
stuff, guys. All right. Put in all your thoughts and observations. One more round of applause. And we'll be picking up here in just a few minutes.
You good?
While we're giving feedback, guys, any questions? Anybody have any thoughts they want to share?
Making the transition from theater to
So
film.
this was
It's interesting.
Should
How
or
to
like in front?
not be so inside your head, like going over the minutia of the differences.
Like right here.
You know what I mean? Or is that like a loaded question?
I think it's a great question. I think it's a fair one. And, you know, you have a theater background, so I think there's, I can feel that you are translating things.
You call sound speeding, and if all cameras cannot see you, say camera A speeding, the first thing when they click record should be they should see your slate, or that would be camera A speeding, camera B speeding, camera C speeding. So right when they click record, the first thing they see is slate, and then you mark with all the cameras
So it
rolling.
might just become
Trying to
personal.
get it in all
I need to
three.
partner more with the Lord on that one.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's
Yeah,
your main
but I
cam,
think,
but it's really,
you know, too,
if
to
you
your
get them
credit,
all,
I can
even
see
if they
that you're an
can't see
attentive actress.
the
so
letters,
you shot
but
from
they
her
see
with
the
a lot of
clap,
choreography.
because you've already called the
You know, listen,
sequence.
comedy is choreography.
Sometimes it
Those
doesn't work,
reactions
and sometimes you have to do
those
multiple
pulls,
claps
and those
again.
character
Clap,
choices, those
clap,
are
clap.
intentional and
But
planned. I'm sure you
for here,
rehearsed
it's
them.
just practicing
And it's a
way
little
out
bit
to be
different than
able to
drama that way. Like if you guys ever audition for single camera comedy or
close
sitcom
count.
stuff, especially sitcom stuff, three camera. Does everybody know the difference when I say single camera and three camera?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you ever go to a filming in LA, let's say for an old school three camera sitcom. Ironically, it's actually four. They always have ABC and XCam that moves around. But it's a live audience. They've been doing this since I Love Lucy and The Honeymooners. It's a live audience. There's four cameras on the floor. It looks like a theater where there's this audience, and then they typically have like 3 or 4 sets from left to right, and then they sometimes have some supplemental sets behind those sets called swing sets. Well, they'll swing the cameras around, so sometimes they pre-shoot those scenes before. So the way sitcoms happen, situation comedies happen, is you rehearse like a play. So you will have 4 days of rehearsal, and you shoot on Friday. When I was on Frasier, it was crazy to see that literally they were writing and rewriting and all this kind of stuff Monday through Thursday. Another cool detail was Kelsey Grammer would show up in a different colored Porsche every day of the week, park his car at 10, be gone by 2 or 3. He actually would not memorize. He actually would finally memorize on Friday in front of the audience because he's just been doing TV for 20 years. It was crazy. Yeah, and he's a character. But anyways, it's just like a play. You rehearse in front of a live audience, you gotta hold for laughs, you gotta do that whole thing, and sometimes on a sitcom, they'll even pitch you alternate jokes. So, once you get a couple laughs, that audience is gonna dry up on you. They've already heard the joke a couple times, even though you jack them up on caffeine and chocolate to keep them going, and have a comedian that warms them up and gets them all juiced up for you. But, so then the writers who have been in their writer's room, they actually have alternate jokes that they will then throw at the cast and say, hey, listen, on this one, instead of this punchline, shoot them with this punchline. Hey, instead of this setup and payoff, try this. And they'll get alternate jokes. So you would feel very at home, I think, in that particular thing. It's very theatrical in that way. I think on one final detail before we get going here, you know, for me, there's just things that will be visible on camera that would not necessarily be visible on stage. It's just a matter of geometry and distance, right? So the camera allows certain things to be seen that won't necessarily be seen on but what never changes is, you know, Amy used the word commitment. That never changes. It's just the size of that commitment might feel, the volume of that commitment might feel a little bit different. You know, a quick anecdote, we did, we performed in the revival tent in the parking lot. We did Fabian and Keelan's scene. For those of you that saw the play that we did over there, really beautiful, intimate, heartbreaking scene about a couple who's actually miscarried. Now imagine taking that from DS2, where the furthest point, you know, from actor to audience is maybe me and Trey, which is almost akin to cameras. It's almost like cinematic theater over there because you're so close that it would allow for a little bit. Now you're in a tent, unmiked, having to do the same scene. So Fab actually took him to the parking lot and actually worked that scene for them to translate what it meant to actually project. So that a BSSMer from Nairobi could hear you, you know, 300 yards away. And to the credit of both the playwright and the actors, they brought all of the sides, but they had all of the grounding and investment of those circumstances over there. And so then they just lifted it up. They just lifted it up and shared a little bit further away what they did there at 30 feet, they did at 100 yards, and it literally brought people to tears. All of that to say is, it's not as much of a difference as some of us may feel. All right, keep doing all the good work that you guys are doing. I think you're going to see the camera's going to work. Okay? All right, you ready? All right.
I just have one more question for Kenny. What's
Yep.
too far leaning forward again here?
Yeah, that's probably as far, but we'll make adjustments if we need to. You do your thing and we'll make the adjustments.
All right, you guys ready?
Sound?
Speedy.
Camera A.
Camera A spinning.
Camera B.
Camera B speedy.
And camera C.
Camera C speedy.
And Mark.
Action.
Can it be mended?
Think so. We'll test it at first light.
You work long hours?
When you're 5,000 feet up in the air, you'll be glad of it.
Where'd you learn how to do this?
You mean fixing engines instead of shorthand and typing? Letters and numbers never made as much sense to me as metal and wire. You know, things I could touch.
Does your father teach you?
He was a mechanic during the Great War. When I was a kid, I would sneak down to his workshop. Have you ever flown a fighter before?
I can fly a boat plane. It's not that much different, is it? Do you mind if I...
Sure.
What does this one do?
That fires a machine gun under your right wing, and that one your left. And this one fires a machine gun through your prop.
Primer, throttle, and gear stick.
And this red button is the boost button for emergencies. When you press it, you'll get 5 seconds of full throttle. May help you catch a bandit, but don't use it too often. Wears out the engine.
Banjo from Red 1, do you copy? I repeat, Banjo from Red 1, do you copy?
Banjo from Red 1, I copy.
A few of us are going to the hotel after training tomorrow. Would you like to come?
What about the bet?
What do you mean?
I heard this rumor that the first pilot to shoot down an enemy plane gets to ask me out.
I didn't realize. I mean, we were just having a bit of fun. I hope you don't feel.
Why do you think I showed you the boost button? Good night, Lieutenant.
Yeah, it's only a moment. I think.
That's good.
Otherwise, yeah, I think because you guys did, I think it's pretty good.
Cameron, you need to commit on those shots a little bit. You did a good job for a first pass, but if they're standing and you need to tilt, tilt. If you're losing and cutting off heads, adjust. Is that, Emma, are you on this? Thank you. Yeah, so just be aware that you were cutting off head here, so just commit, okay? Follow those instincts. You were cutting off, I think, on one of their heads, so just commit.
Oh, you want both? Like Aaron? I was focusing more on her.
But we can't have,
We can't have
yeah, you can't have him. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes it's a tough call to make, but commit.
Okay.
Commit. Hey Susie, how you doing? Are you able to watch on YouTube?
Hey, I am afraid that it's actually super delayed today, and so right now I'm hearing you talk about Frasier on YouTube. Like it's that bad.
Wow,
So I will get to watch it.
Can't slide it forward.
I'm so sorry.
But it played on my computer live, like.
Okay. Are you able to slide forward? Is it maybe like are you able to scrub forward maybe?
We can change it.
Sorry, I'm muting. I've gone far as forward as I can, and they're currently in the middle of this scene. So it has caught up. to about the very end of their scene right now. I'm going to keep trying different.
We're gonna. Hey Susan, we're gonna try
Let's just
something.
go for it. Let's go.
No, we're gonna try something real quick. Let's reset it, guys.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to 24.
Katie, we're gonna reset the stream. So it might. Trav, does that mean it'll generate?
Cameras or do you know yet? We're just figuring things out.
Imagine, and then we'll reset, and then with that connection, let's see how it shifts the scene. Okay, just go ahead. Just imagine George Michael singing to you. You're at a middle school dance. Guilty feet have got no pleasure. A prophet once said. Nobody here guys. You know you're